Well, we had to cancel Easter.
Pretty much.
Yeah, cancel culture's alive and well for us. We're canceling holidays left and right. We just had to cancel Easter. Before that, real quick, thank you, Aspire Nutrition, for all of your fantastic probiotics and nutrients. It has really, really helped out Cal's little autism tummy. I hear you every morning sneaking it into all his little mixtures and waters and everything like that.
Yep. His water, my coffee.
That's right. Billions and billions of strains of probiotics and the nutrients. The kids, every night, they load up on all of the nutrients, the multivitamins and stuff. And, you know, there's no way Cal would have ever gotten all those vitamins. Like, he's just not eating a diet like that.
The kids' favorite thing is the omega 369.
I'd say so good.
Dreamsicle.
Yeah, like a little dreamsicle, orange sherbety. You know what I mean?
It's very good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So thank you, Aspire Nutrition. You can see the products we use at dailyautism.com. dailyautism.com, and the Aspire Nutrition button is right there. Great company. Father, his son got diagnosed, and then he started this company, and they're doing great products, premium products. I'm just not a fan of the probiotics at the grocery store. I think you got to be careful. You know, you buy something for $5-6, like, come on, you know?
I feel like you can instantly feel a difference with this, too.
Yeah. I mean, we do it every day. Like, it's just... And then the more you read about probiotics, and then especially with the Autism Connection, it's really good. Also, Tracy Slepcevic, she is the author of the book that is now out. It's out on paperback called Warrior Mom. Go to warriormom.org. This is the journey of Tracy healing her son with autism. You can read all about how she became known as the Warrior Mom, warriormom.org. So we canceled Easter, and we've been kind of watering down holidays for a while. Because Cal is not a fan of holidays.
Cal hates celebrations, so I did not go overboard at all with Easter. I mean, the kids still got Easter stuff, but I didn't do baskets. We didn't do an Easter egg hunt. I didn't say a word about Easter. He had no idea what the day was.
Basically, what Melissa did is like 10 o'clock on Saturday night, just dumped all this stuff all over the counter, and it's like they'll see it in the morning.
Yeah, but just piles of, and we ordered Chinese food.
Yep. We did. We ordered Chinese food, which is becoming a thing, and I think we did that on Christmas Day too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just the cooking, and it's and that's another thing for Cal. He doesn't any little change. It's just it could be a huge setback. There is something a little creepy too about a big rabbit coming into your house, and so he doesn't like that. He doesn't like Santa.
No, he does not. He doesn't want a stranger in his house.
Nope.
Even when I say his prayers, we say, "Dear Lord Jesus" and stuff. And I used to have the kids say, "I love you" at the end. And he will not tell Jesus he loves them.
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't know who you are. I like to say my prayers. You keep me safe and healthy. But I'm not going to say I love you."
It's the most customized life you could ever imagine. Like, we have to take every little thing and just customize it. Just tweak it a little bit. Make it a little different. And so it gets to the point where it's like, I'm over holidays. It's a lot of anxiety for him, which causes a lot of anxiety for us. Ironically, the one that he loves is Halloween.
He loves it. He loves to dress up. He doesn't really get scared. He doesn't mind going to people's doors and asking for candy.
Yeah, but I think the difference is, too, is like nobody comes into our house. Nobody comes into the house.
Right. And he doesn't care about presents. He doesn't want to be overwhelmed with presents.
The wrapping paper he hates. Singing the birthday song, we've talked about that before, he hates.
Austin and Trey, our 10 and 11-year-old, were pretty disappointed that we didn't have an Easter egg hunt. But they're getting big. And we're not going to have that tradition going on if Cal doesn't care. He doesn't want it. Honestly, even with this pica sticking in half an egg in his mouth, plastic egg is not worth the anxiety.
The egg's in the mouth, and then everything that's in the egg, you know, that goes in his mouth. Like you said with the pica, he uses like his mouth, putting things in his mouth to kind of like evaluate what it is, what it's about, and everything. And that's just too dangerous.
I think I had a little bit of guilt for Austin and Trey, which led to an anxiety attack that night, which just ended in tears and high blood pressure.
Yeah, that's just another holiday. Tears and high blood pressure. That's
my God.
Basically what the holidays have been bringing to us lately, at least the last couple of years. Well, the neighborhood had a good Easter egg hunt, so that was pretty cool. They got to do that. I went down there with a couple of beers, watched the kids run all over people's lawns and find eggs, and that was cool. Like that was cool for them.
Yeah, they're going to do that every year. The middle kids. Cal, I did not take down there. We did last year, but he's completely changed a lot this year. His anxiety is really bad, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I think like Christmas, this will be the first. Like I said, we've been watering down holidays, but we didn't. Did we do a Christmas tree last year? I don't think we did.
No.
Yeah, and those are probably gone.
Well, that's very disappointing for the kids, but
it is. But it's a daily. It is a daily sense of just fear for him seeing that Christmas tree. He just doesn't understand it. He doesn't like it. And there's too many things on it that he can get. I actually came up with an idea that they should if I had time to sit around and like invent things. An autism Christmas tree, it hangs from the ceiling.
which he would love.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that. So just so you know.
He could see it and he would flap away.
Yeah, well,
he would love it.
I own none of the IP for that, so anybody else listening to this and wants to invent that, go right ahead. The hanging Christmas tree. So it would hang upside down, right, from the ceiling, and so the top of the tree would actually be hanging closest to the ground. But it's far enough up where he can't grab things; he can just look at it.
Yeah, and he would like to look at it.
Yeah, a hanging Christmas tree.
That's a good idea.
Autism specialty. That is something you would see though on TV, wouldn't you? And hey, special needs families, listen up! It's the new hanging autism Christmas tree.
It is a really good idea.
You know,
I mean, he did do an Easter egg hunt at school, but I literally did not say the word Easter on Easter to him because you just don't know how he's going to take it.
No,
I mean, pretty much know how he's going to take it, and it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it because he knows what it is, and if you say it is, then he'll get that rush of, like you said, anxiety or what. I don't even know what it is because he may not understand if it's today, if it's tomorrow, if it's the next day, and he will talk about it over and over with a fear that it's coming, and he's not aware of it. And it's just like birthdays. I mean, no Christmas trees, no Santa, no birthdays. Our birthdays are very tamed down. Very just.
Yeah, he didn't know it was my birthday.
No, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
because that's not something he wants to know. He doesn't want to know it's his birthday. He does not want to know it's his birthday. He doesn't know what to expect. He doesn't know what it means. He has no interest in being a part of a birthday, his or anybody else's.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy that there's no tooth fairy anymore.
Yep.
Like, we don't do that. He loses his tooth. We throw it away. He does not know. He doesn't want to know about the tooth fairy.
Our kids, let me tell you where they. Yesterday,
this all sounds very depressing.
Oh, it's well, yes. So for mainstream America, yes, I get it's very depressing. For us, it's liberating. It's like, thank God, like we had to cancel our own holidays, but it makes things easier. Our kids now, this is where they are with the tooth fairy. I picked up Trey yesterday from school. I was like, hey, how's it going? He's like, good. And I was like, what happened? He's like, I pulled my own tooth out today, which he's been doing now. He just says that kid is
a beast.
Yeah, he will just reach into his mouth and rip his tooth out.
And they're molars.
Yeah, and I was like, where is it? He's like, I just threw it in the trash can. I was like, what? He goes, yeah. He's like, what's the deal? He's like, we don't do tooth fairy anymore. He's like, she's fake, and it's too dangerous for Cal to have a tooth under my pillow. What if he runs in and gets it? So he got it. He ripped his tooth out, walked up to the front of the class, and threw it in the trash can and went back and sat down. And he said at recess he went and spit a bunch of blood out, and it was over. And I was like, and then he goes, I'm still getting a few bucks though, right? And I was like, well, listen, I gotta reward you for reaching in, grabbing, ripping your own tooth out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So usually I just hand them cash. Yeah. $5 or something. He came home and he's like, yeah, Mom, I ripped my tooth out. You don't have to give me any money. I'm like, okay. But
then he still expects money.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it to you, but to me, he said no. So whatever.
Yeah, it really is, and it's interesting how every family has to do something different. Like some families, I've read this before. Christmas can't just be one day. You can't start it and end it. It has to keep going and going until, they can convince the kid that it's okay for it not to be there, for now. Others, it's like us. It's not there. Some, they say it changes. One year it was great. Another year it was terrible. You know what I mean? So. Well,
something I do for him, I don't get him a lot of presents and stuff because he can care less. But if I have, say, 5 presents or 10, whatever, I give it to him just leading up to Christmas. And so he literally just gets one present on Christmas because he's had presents leading up.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like once, we're so used to what this is now, and if we get too used to it, it's going to change. And that's cool because that's just life. It's supposed to change. It's supposed to kind of go here, go there, and you're not supposed to know where and when. I feel like at some point, maybe Christmas will be good for him.
Yeah, right now it's just different.
Maybe when some of the kids are out of the house because it won't be so big and so much. It's just, Christmas morning with 5 kids, even I'm overwhelmed when I walk out. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
all this stuff is in our house now. Like, why do we have all this stuff? You know what I mean? And then food, and the day just goes on and on. Then you have mountains of paper. It's just so much stuff.
Which he's usually in a different room when they're opening their presents because he just cannot take it.
1 year, I think that was like he was not diagnosed yet. We knew something was up. We knew something was up, but he was totally freaking out about them opening the paper.
Yes, it was awful.
Yeah, I think it was the ripping sound. It was just the paper flying everywhere. And then the dog gets crazy, so he's running around trying to grab the paper. It was so much for him. It was just a rush. And I think from that moment on, there was no, some of his episodes like Peppa Pig and some other stuff he was watching, they would have Christmas episodes, he did not like it.
Yeah.
He did not want any of the Christmas episodes.
He doesn't want to see the process of things.
That's
like a haircut. He doesn't care that his hair's cut now, but he does not want to go through the process of getting his hair cut.
Yeah. It's the process of everything. When you were doing his bunk bed, remember?
Yep.
He saw the old bed getting taken down and taken out, carried to the garage. He saw the new things come out of the box, the screws getting put in, the noise, and he couldn't handle it. He was fine to walk in and see that there was a bed. He did not want to see everything that went with it.
Right. And now he says it's a perfect bed.
Yeah, and it really is for him. He loves it.
He loves it. And he has like this comforter hanging, like, I don't even know how to say it.
Well, it's a bunk bed, and so, the big flat side of the bed, there's a comforter hanging from the top bed. And so basically it's, you got a wall on one side, and now he's got the blanket hanging on another. And so you can only see out of the back of it, but it's dark, it's cozy, it's secure feeling for him.
Yeah, he calls it his curtain.
Curtain. It's hilarious. I actually was thinking you could almost do a curtain. You could attach like rings to the top thing and just pull it across.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. The noise might drive us nuts, but
yeah. But
sometimes you got to think about us, right? Like that might drive us nuts. It's
right.
Like sometimes it is us.
Yes, it needs to be.
Yeah, like I don't want to go crazy or any more crazy.
It does make you crazy.
Any crazier.
Yes.
Okay, I said it was gonna be a short one today because I'm gonna do a 3-mile run to the beach.
Okay.
A 3-miley, and then I'm gonna hit the workout in. Congratulations to you, Melissa. Got up this morning. Melissa's had not the best few days. You've been, well, I don't know. Let you say it.
Well, I had an anxiety attack on Sunday, which makes my blood pressure rise, and then I have to try to get it down, which makes me more anxious. But
I think you did this the right way. So you sort of like, I'm gonna do this. Well, you didn't say it this way, but you just eating like super healthy. I mean, you always eat healthy, but there was like zero, like just vegetables and lean meats and stuff the last few days. Then you've been doing these intense workouts, and like this morning you did an hour class at the gym, and then you were walking, and it's like, I think that's how you handle. I know so many people want to run to the doctor, and this is like, we're not talking about like, mental problems, okay? Because people have that and they have to go talk to professionals. This is just like, I am so stressed out in the moment because all this is going on, and it's sad. It's like everyone wants to run and get pills and everything, like for the short term, but things like getting outside, walking, running, lifting weights, going to the gym, you did a beach walk the other day. Like those are getting the sunlight, eating healthy water,
Honestly, this hasn't happened to me in over a year. And when it does, it kind of hits me hard, and it takes me several days to get back to normal. So in this experience right this second, I'm 40 years old now, and it honestly just makes me want to be healthier than I've been. I am somebody that will eat pizza once a week with the kids or chips if I want it, and now I don't want to eat the chips. I can't say no to pizza yet. We'll see.
That ain't never happening, by the way.
I can, but like
no,
now
you quit. Like it's funny. It sounds like booze. You quit pizza for like 3 months, and then I think it was like 3 months, right? Maybe 2 months, whatever.
It was 2 months.
Okay. Well, I was trying to give you an extra month, but after that first piece you had, you were like, oh my God, this is so good.
It's so good. Yeah, I did January to my birthday.
That's right.
2 months.
Some people do dry January. You do pizza-less January.
Well, I did no pizza, no French fries, no chips. And now I've been eating French fries and chips. So, but going through this, like, I don't want to do that now. Like, I've been eating very, very clean the last couple of days. And it just makes you realize how much more your body needs this nutritious food. And why add stuff like French fries and chips to make your blood pressure go up anyway? You know what I mean? It's just not healthy for you.
No, it's not. It's like it's such a key thing when you're going through stress. Like, so our stress is autism, but you might have a different stress. We talk about that all the time. People have all kind of problems. Well, if you're having those problems and then on top of that, eating bad, not exercising, I just believe that then your original problem is going to get worse because your body will not cope with. And I know that like the initial response is like, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm going to watch Netflix, I'm going to eat chips, drink beer, and hope things get better and fall asleep and get up tomorrow and do the same thing over and over again. And it's just like, that is awful. And it's not helping.
Well, I mean, if your blood pressure is high right now from stress or whatever, and you choose to eat French fries, chips, and stuff, that's not helping your body.
No.
You know, like I'm right now trying to lower my blood pressure, so I'm trying to help my body. Like I'm moving more, I'm doing intense workouts, I'm drinking more water, I'm drinking less coffee, less booze. Like
it is interesting that a lot of people I talk to think what do you hear? You hear self-care, you hear mental health day. You know, there's a lot of words out there now that people use. Well-intentioned, I think, but they think that is less resistance, less work, less this. And I'm like, okay, I get that you can't go to like your job because it's just for that moment, whatever you're going through, it's overwhelming. What you should do is physically like beat yourself down because that is actually, because when your body starts building itself back up after a workout, that's when you feel great. That's when you feel light. That's when you feel like you got something done. The toxins got out of your body, a lot of them. You were sweating, all the heavy breathing, and you got the oxygen going through your blood, to your brain, to your heart, and everything. You know, it's like, I mean, I know this isn't a like a personal trainer podcast, but I mean, I've really, really researched this stuff, and a lot of it because of what we've been going through, and that's been my kind of Bible. Is I don't know how many workouts I've missed in the last 3 years. It ain't a lot.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, I'm a 7-day-a-week guy, and it just
you never miss.
I just think you've got to do that. You have got to do that. So when it's like, everybody wants to look for the path of least resistance, everything. That's not getting you anywhere. I hate to tell you. I mean, it's just not. You have to put your body physically through something, and then your mind will focus on that, and it like feels awesome.
Yeah, I didn't really work out last week like I typically do because I usually do about 5 to 6 days and I do a good job. But last week I was just busy with work and making excuses because I didn't have time.
Well,
and so I just did like easy stuff. So that wasn't helping my anxiety to like, get out of my body. Today I was like in my body pump class, I'm lifting heavy weights and doing a lot of reps and breathing.
Yeah.
And it's just constant and you can feel it like release from you.
Yeah, it's true. And so, but I will say, if you're somebody who's not been doing that, well, then you can start off with like what you said. Start off like that just to do something.
Well, but even walking, I mean.
Yeah, but somebody in your shape who's been working out a lot for most of her life, that's not doing a lot for you. Like I remember I worked out with a trainer for a couple of years and he's like, don't lie to yourself. You know when you've had a good workout and you know when you haven't. He's like, it should be hard. You should want to quit several times through the workout, and it's true. I mean, and I've had some where it's like, I kind of just did it to did it. I did it to did it. I did it to do it. I did it to did it. But so my thought was, okay, but I did up my heart rate and stuff, and that's fine. But you can only make those excuses, for a few days in a row or a few times a month, really even. But if you're someone just getting started, like that's the way to do it. I don't know how we got off on workouts and everything, but I see, and I think we've talked about this probably 100 episodes ago. I think this is like 110, 108, 109, whatever, early on. And we talked about the one thing that we've noticed a lot about special needs parents. And even then we were like brand new to the community and we're still really new into the whole thing. A lot of them seem to just say, I'm never going to have a social life. It's never going to be worth it. I'll never be in my social group. And it seems they give up, they stay home, they eat bad, they don't work out, they stop caring about their self-worth, their image. And I know it's easy to do. I know it is. It just, gosh, that has so many negative ramifications moving forward.
Well, and honestly, dealing with autism for us is a lot of like mental, emotional, it's very hard. And then I've given up some things for myself, like this body pump class, to go for Cal's schedule. Like I purposely took the day off today to give myself time. But now I'm realizing how happy I am doing it, and I'm gonna have to adjust my schedule. You know what I mean?
Well,
or
see,
his.
Yeah, but see, that's
So I can get things in that I need to get in for me.
and I think you're right because so you said okay, like you canceled all your clients today.
Yeah.
Because it's just been a rough couple days and all of his stuff. But instead of laying in bed, watching
Netflix.
Yeah. What's that dumb show you watch all the time?
Which one? Good Girls?
Yeah, which one is right?
I like Good Girls.
No, I don't know which. I know whatever shows you watch, I'm in here for like 3 minutes. I'm like, I got to get out of here. I can't do this. Well, I don't mean they're dumb. They're just girly, whatever.
Yeah.
But instead, so you cancel your clients today, but instead of like laying in bed and eating and feeling sorry for yourself, you went and did a 60-minute class at the gym and sweat. And you know what I mean? So.
And then I walked a mile, and honestly, I feel so much better right now. I could probably do Zeus.
Yeah. Zeus is a workout online that we do on YouTube.
And it's a lot of burpees and lunges, and but you did 3 workouts yesterday, and I
know this just sounds like we're bragging about how much we work out, but
we're not. It's like literally for like mental health.
It is.
And self-care and
all the words. It's for all the words. Yeah.
But you have to make yourself feel better so you can help your kid, your family, and it could be isolating in this world, and it could be depressing. You know,
it's easy to hide.
And I have taken anxiety medicine in the past, probably. I don't know, 7 years ago or 8 years ago. And I took it for 5 years. And when I got off of it, I realized like I didn't cry for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. Like the doctors, for whatever reason, before giving people who just come in and they say they're stressed and they hate their job and they want to make more money or whatever the reason is, it's funny that most doctors don't say, please go get a full-time gym membership, go 5 days a week, punish yourself. Like, and I'm not saying hurt yourself, but push yourself to the limit. Come back in a month and tell me how you feel. It's a shame that they don't say that.
I know.
It's really a shame because...
Well, a doctor did say something to you one time, like about...
Yeah, not all, but yes, this one doctor, we were living in D.C., and... My blood pressure was high. I wasn't feeling good some days. And I was like, hey, I just want to make sure everything's okay. And she's like, well, tell me about like your daily life. So I was talking about, in DC, I lived, I think we lived 20 miles from downtown DC, and it'd take 3.5 hours to get there. And I was just like, oh my God. And so we were just talking about it. And she's like, look, I want you to every day take a walk for a mile, get out in the sun, do this, do that. And I really, not only did I start doing it, I started researching more about it. I was like, she's right. She's right. She's like, oh yeah, there's all these bottles of prescriptions I could prescribe you, and you might feel good in the short term, but at the end of the day, it's just going to be one problem to the next and the next, and then we're going to get you on a new medicine because the old medicine, like blood pressure is going to hurt. You're this, and then we're going to have the medicine for that. And I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, first off, I see how you can go insane doing all that. Then the second thing was how these drug companies get so rich because they make a thing that helps the thing that they gave you to help the other thing. So. It for me was just whatever. And this, by the way, this was all before autism.
I know. We thought our life was stressful with 4 kids.
We just
laughed. 3 of them were super small together.
Well, 3 in diapers at one time is tough. I don't want to say it's not tough.
No, it was tough. But then adding autism to it now, now our life is the hardest it's ever been.
I know. I feel like we're going to be in diapers soon. I really do.
No, it just seriously messes with your mental health, And so what happened? I woke up Monday morning, my blood pressure was high. I drove Cal to therapy. I came home and I said, I'm getting my flip-flops to go to the beach. Like, I have to go to the beach. Like, I needed to put my feet in the sand, hear the water, and that is just good for your soul.
Yeah, and we know wherever you live, you've got a beach, right? Like, it could be the mountains, it could be a field, it could be a long driveway. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a place you can go and be like, this feels pretty good.
Go outside, take a walk, breathe fresh air.
Oh, breathe fresh air, fire up a podcast and just walk. And, one of these doctors told me too, don't count steps. Just get exhausted.
Yeah.
A lot of people walk 10,000 steps a day, and it's just, of course it's better than nothing. But the whole point, I think, was to get exhausted because exhausting yourself physically actually drains your stress.
Yeah.
And
that's why I said I feel so much better.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, though, when you say it. I see why people are like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, I'm going to be all overworked and tired. It's like, yeah, but it's the 6 inches between your ears starts focusing on that, like you physically pushing yourself, and it lets all that other crap go.
Yeah. And
that's why I have to do it every day. I mean, there's been times like you've been frustrated at me because we're having like a date night or a date afternoon, and you're like, the babysitter's going to be here in 30 minutes. And I'm like, I got to go work on it. And you're like, Jesus.
Well, you don't miss, and
And
I need to stop missing because
Bro,
I think I should do 7 days a week.
I get scared to miss. I honestly,
Because it does make you feel so much better.
Yeah,
I mean, it does give you endorphins to make you happy.
It does. I get scared to miss. Honestly, I do. That's why today, like, I'm gonna cut this off on a few because I want to get my 3-mile run to the beach, back and do weights, and then we gotta pick up the kids, and then my text is I'm scared to look at my phone. I see my text lighting up because of football, and it's raining a little bit, and so I don't know what this is gonna do to our afternoon and evening schedule.
Well, that's part of our chaos right now is we added so much more to our night to keep everyone happy in sports and stuff. And I make like basically 3 meals at night. But even in that, like I need to focus on what I need for me too. You know what I mean?
Talk about what's in the crock pot real quick.
Well, we went to this store and got 40 pounds of chicken. There's 4 10-pound bags of chicken.
It's a ridiculous deal. Like there's no way you can. It's like a warehouse type thing where restaurant shop, and we were able to get in. And
yeah, if you have an LLC, you can sign up for it. But anyways,
the prices are ridiculous. Like you can't say no to it. And since we have 5 kids, we basically do own a restaurant. So
yeah, these kids go through a lot of
oh
food.
my! I watch them eat, and I get a headache. I'm like, God, it's all gone already.
So I took a 1 10-pound bag of chicken and stuck it in 2 different crock pots because I'm gonna make shredded chicken and just do a whole bunch of different stuff with it.
You should Did you post it on Facebook?
No, but I should.
Oh, you should. Yeah, dailyautism.com. You can link to our Facebook page and Instagram, TikTok's there too. Dailyautism.com. But there's two crock pots going simultaneously with 10 pounds of chicken breast.
And they're gonna get eaten.
Oh, dude.
And actually, I'm like a 4-day person rule. By the 4th day, it has to be gone. After that, so the 4th day will be the 4th day will be Saturday. So that's gonna turn into buffalo chicken dip.
That ain't.
And that gets destroyed.
Yeah, but I don't think it makes it to Saturday.
Maybe not.
Shred that chicken up, make like little taco bowls with it.
Mm-hmm.
Put some vegetables in there, some sour cream, some cheese.
Yeah. A lot of the kids are into Caesar salads. They can top the chicken.
I'll eat that every day.
Yeah.
Every day I'll eat
I'm
those.
buying bags and bags of salad.
Yeah.
They go like that.
It's good, though. It's good. Our kids are not opposed to eating healthy. So,
anyways, if you're starting from this episode 110 or whatever it is, and you haven't listened to like the beginning, just talk about the oxygen mask real quick. Since we were talking about self-care and anxiety and draining yourself.
Oh yeah, it's
you can't pour from an empty glass.
The oxygen mask theory. I thought of this years ago. I was flying on a plane, and I think we had Tyler. You know, you sit on the plane, you just if the plane cabin pressure decreases, the mask will fall from the ceiling. Parents, make sure you put a mask on yourself before your kid. And I never thought anything about it. I'm like, yeah, all right, well, I don't have a kid. I'm putting my mask on anyway. And, and then I had a kid, and I was like, God, that's mean. That sounds cruel. Then I thought, well, if you don't save yourself, who's going to save the kids? So then it was like, it makes sense. So, yeah, it's stuff like you got to look at it like that. You got to save yourself, because if you don't save yourself, who's going to save your kid? I mean, You can't be some beaten and battered version of yourself and then try to be a great parent. You're just not going. You just won't be able to do it.
Right.
So yeah, I wrote about that in that very short book I wrote called The Autism Agreements, which is available on Amazon. I should let you know. It's very expensive though, 99 cents. I wanted to make it free. But Amazon won't let you. You have to have the cheapest price you can put on a book is 99 cents.
Wow.
So
you did a good job.
99 cents. Yes. The Autism Agreements. Check that out. Leave a review. I don't know, whatever. But I wrote it because, and it's very short. Like, I don't like reading long books. You could literally finish this over a cup of coffee or a beer, and that's why I wrote it that way.
I walked on the treadmill and read it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they say it's like a 14-minute read. Amazon kind of takes the number of words, and they have some formula. I think they say it's like a 14-minute read. So, a cup of coffee. If you're a real champ, 2 beers. You get 2 beers in 14 minutes, but you can read that. And I just wrote it. It's very much in that oxygen mask perspective, and I know I even talk about it in there. It's just these 6 rules that I determined, like, you've sort of got to live by. Obviously, from my own perspective, it won't work for everybody. But, and I always tell people on LinkedIn who write me about it, I was like, if you're not a special needs parent, this book will not make any sense to you.
Right.
So, yeah. All right. Are we good? I'm going to check my text and see what the weather has done to our football practices.
We are good.
I got a feeling we're getting extra practices tomorrow. So all the plans we made for today, just throw them out the door. None of them mattered. All the talking last night, all the writing, be here then, pick up then, drop off then, practice. Oh, it's all gone.
Yeah,
None
that can make you crazy.
We get to do it all again tonight for tomorrow. My goodness. The rainy season in Florida. Gotta love it. All right, great job on your big workout today.
Thank you.
That was big.
It was big. It felt good. I'm like, should I push myself more today, or should I just calm down?
You did an hour of the hard workout and walk.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to keep some in your tank for tomorrow.
Yeah, and I just have to keep making myself a priority. So again, next week I'm going to block out some time.
Yep, and you just feel better when you do it.
Yep,
you know,
I do.
You just feel better, and also like it does change the way you look. And when you look like, if you feel like you look better, then you feel better. You know, it's just
that's true.
Yeah, it works all the way around, so it's all good.
Yep.
I feel like we're personal trainers.
Keeping my heart healthy.
All right, we're gonna have a great day. I hope you do too. Let's go.